It was like an arrowhead Sinja. Well, that's a real bummer, man. Well, now I can't really tell you what it is, but isn't it pretty? And it was $3. Oh, maybe it said it on the container. No, it said assorted foliage. It's a real friggin' bummer. Oh, also, I have a terrible potty mouth, and I'm gonna try really hard not to swear, because, you know, you should keep it family friendly. But heads up, this is a really big root ball. It's kind of, I'm thinking maybe I might even put it in the big purple one. Decision made. This is really wet too. Soil mix that I've got in here is like holding on to a lot of liquid. That tells me that these plants probably need to be watered a little bit less. Jeez Louise. Normally I would do this down in my basement where it's gross, but I gotta be honest, man, it was like a lot easier to just bring the dirt upstairs than it was to bring all of these plants downstairs, and I was just being lazy. I was like, who the hell wants to do all that? Nobody, certainly not me. Because most of these plants are on the second floor, so that would be a lot of walking all of these plants up and down the stairs. Isn't that terrible? There are people everywhere in the world that wish they had more space. And here I am being too lazy to walk up and down the stairs. That's who I am. I am too lazy to walk up and down the stairs. A gazillion times with plants, too. Let's not forget that. So I'm planting this pretty low in this pot because this pot is super deep, but I also want to, again, give space so that if I do water it, it doesn't float up. And this has a really like dense center core. I was going to say maybe this was a type of philodendron, but what is this? Spongonium or something? Syngonium? Anybody know? Anybody know what this is? Does this look familiar to anybody? Another one down. Hey, we're doing pretty good. This clearly is probably going to be a multi-night event. Well, I better double check because we have a person that we mentor professionally and he normally works right here. So that could make things interesting. Uh-oh. I'm gonna check out how big the root ball is on this fern. look at all the detail. Ferns. And then it tells us on the back that ferns come in assorted sizes and frond shapes, but most prefer humid conditions. Prefers medium to low light. That's why I got it, folks. Pretty much SOL on that humid though, because our house is so dry this winter, it's horrible. I'm just cleaning up some less than ideal looking fronds. I don't know if that's what I should be doing, but that is what instinct tells me to do. Isn't that fun though? The motion and the movement in it, and it's like my hair. It reminds me of my hair. It's unruly and unapologetic at the same time. Good times. When I was little, it looked like Shirley Temple. Now that I'm older, it looks like Gene Wilder. Fate. It's not always kind. Let's see if this one fits this container. I think it does. I think it's going to be okay. It may not be in here forever. I'm going to hope for a year. Maybe it'll be 6 months. But again, total newbie here. Dave and I are recently empty nesters. So I have these little babies and I go in and I talk to them every day. I tell them how beautiful they are and how proud I am of them for growing and thriving. And look at how cute is that? How cute is it? I love it. This concludes the plants that use this type of soil. So I am going to clean this soil up. There's one pothos leaf that didn't make it. That's life though, folks. That's life. Do you feel like you have to keep tags? I feel like if I get rid of it, I'm immediately going to need to know some magical bit of information that exists only on the tag. It's like I forget Google exists. Okay, so we've cleaned up this dirt. Put that, oh, here it is. I found the tag, everybody. The dirt was on top of it. It is a Syngonium. That's what it is. It is delightful. Arrowhead-shaped leaves are attractively variegated. The growing tips are that it prefers medium light, fairly moist soil. Okay, so it wouldn't have been a horrible thing if the soil was a little moist on that one. But still, folks, when it comes to plants, better safe than sorry. We want our babies to be happy. That is really pretty actually against the purple. This pot, it doesn't show up very well on the camera. It looks burgundy on the screen to me. I don't know what it looks like to you, but it's kind of a dark purple. And this is a really light, pale green. It's very pretty, but they're really, really pretty together. They're quite striking. Well, okay, let's put away this type of dirt.